secrets, no more secret strats. If you want to move later into this tournament, you have to put it all on the line right now. And I think the desk makes perfect sense. If X10 wants a chance in this series, they have to win this map.
Yeah, exactly, and perfect timing, right? Because historically, we think back to Shopify. They've had the slower starts. I'm looking straight at KP. The desk was mentioning the breach, the new comp. Mimi mentioned that yesterday, there was a lot of unknowns. Today, we know what to expect. They're looking straight at Saunders.
Okay,
They want to set
let's get into
up
this.
for
Shop
success.
on defense,
Never
X10
thrive in
on
those
attack.
chaotic moments. So we'll see, and look at that, Benz. A frenzy. You'll love to see it. A frenzy on Saunders' back.
Would I think
see
a KO on this
exactly
map? I
what
think it's
she's wanting
really
to do.
good.
It does look like Shopify, they're very congregated towards the C and
I
garage
still
Yeah,
think
the other end too, Baby TZ has her own frenzy as well. And we'll have to
kind of
keep in
haven't seen
mind
the full
about
potential of
that
KO
matchup
on
that
this
Mimi
map.
was
There's some
talking
cool
about, that
flashes you
Muffin
can
and
do.
Saunders. What's going to happen in KP with this breach? How much value is this going to bring into
But
the series?
it's pretty
As
good.
Right
It
now
is
for
pretty
X10
good.
on the pistol round are starting in the attack and a very quick
Dude.
hit onto C. Something different from their game before.
I wonder
And the
how
first
often
blood
they
is
are
that
going to
frenzy.
go
Makes that even a
C.
second in favor of X10
Because this
as
comp's
split
pretty
goes
good at
down on
going
the C side.
fast. I wonder how many
Team
times they're
members
going to go
just
C
already
against an
dead.
Astra.
Not a lick of damage. A lot of util still here left up for X10. This paint shells has got to do a lot in combo. Oh, and it just gets taken out.
That's going to be a flash nade.
Good nade.
That's going to do a bit of damage here to Alyssa. Nice breach fault line as we push back
If
out, but the crossfire is still very
the
good for
stun
X10
was a
as they keep
lit,
the
if this
pistol round versus
stun
Shopify.
came
There
in
was a
like what,
moment,
a second
Vans. Look at the
before,
damage
maybe
done.
this is a
Alyssa
different round.
barely
I'm not
just
sure.
limping across. I like the combo coming through here.
We're going to keep an eye on how many times they go C against this Astra though, because Astra, it's a big reason why people normally pick Omen against an Astra. When you play against an Astra in this game, it normally does mean that C is weak. That's why most people used to combo it with like a Killjoy, because then you can at least have the Killjoy util backing up the Astra. It's just not good for holding down solo sight. Obviously the Omen can flash, right? The Omen can flash and the Omen can always TP, so you never know about the back of here. But Astra holding C solo with this comp, I wonder if they worked out the weakness pretty early on.
Again, we wanted to talk about yesterday's game. X10 has hit that A side quite a few times.
They have, and you know, as they should, right? They had so much success with this slow.
I can turn this up, right,
very
chat?
calculated, and
Correct.
SR looks like they're reading this round pretty well.
I can probably put this max, I think.
Got that shorty in hand. These shotguns.
Chat, tell me if it needs
for
to be
the
lower,
side of
but I think this
Shopify
is
have
fine.
been pretty deadly all week long. So X10 fully awares of this. I'd be surprised if they even go sniffing. Oh, and Alyssa does. She's got the spike. This could get dangerous.
Exactly.
Let's use some utility.
So it's going to be the Trailblazer fault line combo. Trying to push forward, but Alyssa's going to be able to get that kill.
That is crazy unlucky they didn't get the fast kill.
Laura
This
goes to the
has
right-click classic to get the kill
potential.
into the A site. We're still converging into here. We're committing into
Still
the
has
site
potential.
for X10. And finally,
Okay, let's
as
see
we
the
dwindle
mid-round then.
down in numbers,
They saw,
back to a 2 versus 2,
I'm pretty sure they
we
saw
tuck tail
both
and
because
try to
there was
move
breach
back
util
and
as well.
rotate
So
all over towards
nice
the C
eco
site.
so far.
Not a single bit of utility left for Shopify, but they're just going to stick in numbers. And X10, they haven't.
Kind of got to go slow, just in case they're cutting sound, but obviously 20 seconds left, so they're going to speed this up at one point, and looking like... Okay, this was nice. They decided to take back to site. Obviously, this is still question marks here, but they may be...
Great awareness from X10. They still had that trap wire, or should I say, the trademark to watch the flank, so they planned.
They haven't taken the map control, so actually, this is doable for Shop. They kind of split up a little bit.
With the flash coming out, there's information. There was still a star to delay from Poly, as the 2 players from Lauren and KP from Shopify have picked up weapons. The first contact in favor of Baby TZ.
They actually played, they played pretty well, considering they didn't have much info, right, in terms of this. It was always, it could always kind of be turned into a crossfire. They actually picked pretty good positions in terms of here and here. It's a nice eco though from Shop. A good start for them.
On that side of things, and if you're X10, you're coming into this bonus with a lot less money, a lot of decisions to make. These bonuses are so tough, fans.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, everyone's money is just all out of whack. We'll see if X10 decide to invest heavily and fully into it. And
Coffee grind yesterday, fear for your caffeine intake. I'm trying to cut down caffeine.
Those that actually lost their weapons on the second round in favor of.
So yeah, I fear for it as well a little bit.
Knife and
definitely not as bad as other people,
this is gonna be
but
a fast C hit. Flowerful trying to spray through the wall that was set up by
sometimes I rely on
Muffin.
it a little bit.
as X10 are still moving inside the site. Yeah, a little bit
So
of
they're just
delay
going to
with
see
the
hit all the
flashes coming
time.
through, but it seems like the plan's
How
gonna be
long until
ready.
Shop realize
This
that they
is
have
gonna
to
be a full
change
5
how
on
they're
5
approaching
retake. There's
C?
gonna be so much utility coming
This
through.
is such a nice,
Guys,
this is a
setting
great
up Sonder
game
to
plan so
retake
far
this
from
garage
X10.
control and power positions here for X10. This fault
Yeah, but
line is
Bacon,
gonna
you
be
also need it
everything for
because you only
Shopify.
sleep like 4 hours a
Totally, it's gonna be
day
broken,
somehow.
so there's no information
Every
really
day.
coming out from Shopify Rebellion. You already see KP setting up for that fault line. It's a fault line flash, nade as well, just to clear out towards default. The crossfire is still really good. And who again than Baby TZ? And everybody's dropping like flies for Shopify Rebellion. Benita by herself, and Benita's
Okay,
gonna join
chat.
everybody
Pistol
else.
round.
As
They've
a
gone
beautiful
C.
bonus round. Pulse plan for X10.
Bonus
comes
rounds,
in
they
their
go
favor.
C.
The Stingers.
Anti-eco,
the Stingers,
they go
fans.
over towards
It
A.
hurts.
We
Range
now
is
have another
so
anti-eco. Are they going to
strong,
go over
and
towards A
X10
and hope that
absolutely
Shop don't realize
capitalized.
what they're doing?
Perfect positioning to be able to utilize that weaponry, and
I think they
man,
need a pause.
Again,
I think they need a
Shopify,
pause and
they
they need to
had
hold
the
down.
utility to be able to make space and
I
get
really
in,
think they
but
have to have a
it seems
pause.
like X10, they are
And I think they just
so
need to make sure that they
decisive
shut
in
down
getting
C
into the
once.
site. The next time around, Shopify,
It is such
they're
a
gonna
good game
have to
plan
put
from
up a
X10. They've
much better
really,
defense and not give up
really
this
just
site.
going for
Yeah.
the weakness.
And the idea was great for Shopify.
But
knowing
they
that
kind of
there
know
was
it as
a
well
lower
because they're
buy
running
for
an
X10
Astra,
that they
so
were gonna play
you
inside
know
the site.
majority of the
They
time
did
anyway
try to
that
use
C
a
is
lot of
weak
utility to
because
try to clear that out,
as
but
long as the
again, it's just
communication in
a
your
further
team is good
position just
and
on
you
the
you
edges
talk to your
of
team and
once.
you'll be
That
like, what
really
do you
helps
hate
out
when you're playing
X10
this
in these
agent?
close
And
fight
most Astra
situations.
players will
And
tell you like
around
they
once
hate
again,
playing
124
C, especially with
left
these
on the
comps
clock
because they
where
have not too much
it's
to
that
back it up.
signature move here for X10. Just wait and
So
spawn for a bit. Try
both
to
these
catch your
teams
opponents
should
off
know
guard.
about it,
BBTZ
but
is
whether they're
gonna be
gonna
one that's gonna be
exploit it
jump
like we've
peeking
seen,
towards
I
mid,
don't know.
but there's no pressure coming out from Shopify.
This time around, X10 does not want to mess around with that A main area. Bonita took this timing to go ahead and get a lot of space. The Sheriff, oh, not good for it. Just gets taken out, and X10, they've been decisive when
C
getting
again.
into the C site.
Ball line's
Beautiful
really
timing.
good. Yeah, nice by KP, but it gets immediately traded out. So, worst comes to worst, we still get into the
We're going
site
for
for
some timing?
X10 and a plant. Still have a weapon advantage where we can salvage the rifle that was left behind. Polly's going to watch that flank. Gets traded out. And Lori, when she picks up this weapon, it's only a Marshall for now. And it's not going to come into fruition for any kills. Another nice round for X10 as they're taking a lead by 4. This, to me, Christine, is unexpected, to be honest.
It's a
So
very
Astra
slow start
anchoring
for
is what you
Shopify.
call the
It's
Zombs
something we've
experience
been
at
seeing
Masters.
all week long.
Yeah.
We've absolutely
But a
gotta
lot of
dig
people's game
deep here.
plan
The
was
ultimates
to
are coming online right in the nick of time for Lori and Sonder.
exploit
A lot of
Zombs a
stopping
little
power
bit.
for that
I think
side, and
that's
they're
fair
gonna
to
need it.
say.
Look at Ginny.
I don't know.
KO ultimate
When we did
online,
some
that
anti, I
usually
definitely
means one
noticed that.
thing, Vans. They're gonna want to exec, and X10 has
And
shown
this,
us.
I mean, this
they're
is a
not
little bit of
shying away
shade
from
thrown at
just
him, but when we did
going into
anti on
those sites
Sentinels,
here.
we definitely
And even one away
felt
from
like
BBTZ
Zombs
and
was
Alyssa, maybe an opportunity to try to go
sometimes
for
the
horns if they
side
want
that we
use
would like
secrets
to
of their
go on.
own, but at least for the beginning of this round, it's going to stay slow a bit. A little bit of a change from Shopify Rebellion, though.
Yeah, I like this aggression. Sonder, she doesn't want to just sit around and wait any longer. Going sniffing down in mid, that bird, that info coming out from Alyssa is going to allow X10 to understand that something funky is going on in this mid. They don't want to mess with it quite yet. And it does seem like X10 are leaning into that slower, more methodical
Just taking
tempo
his
to
time in
start
his
things
back
off here.
Yep.
Sonder, man, if she gets that
Yeah, this
one
is a lot
kill,
slower.
reacts immediately with the showstopper.
They're kind of playing retake over towards A. Chambers playing here.
That's a
This
crazy
has
part.
been
The
nice
Always came
from
out to
Shop
get
so
more
far.
information
It's nice
from
little
Lori,
default.
And they spot players in spawn. That's just a regular stuff that X10 do. They get
Talina,
no
thank you
new
so much.
information out of that.
2
And
months in
there's
the
that
Slug Club.
KO
Thanks for
ultimate
your
that you're
Prime.
talking about.
Appreciate it.
The null command coming out from Ginny and the full exec from
Thank you.
X10 into an open A site. But this change that you have for Shopify Rebellion, this is one of those moments where it can work really, really well for the retake.
Dude,
Absolutely.
They're
This
just doing a
A
calling
retake should look a
masterclass
lot
at the
cleaner
moment.
than it has over at C. That fault line coming out from KP this time in tandem with the showstopper
there's a
should
lot of
result in
util
some
for this
frags.
retake.
Getting ready as well for nades. Seekers, Showstopper is about to come out from Heaven 2.
I mean, they
Nade's
have
gonna
to get
contact
this
out to
retake.
Alyssa. That's the combination with KP.
I mean,
And
that'll
a
do it.
rocket lands on 2. Only one more to go, and that's Polly. And a prime giving full
It was a
is
nice
coming out
retake.
from Shopify
They had a
Rebellion.
lot of
We talked
util.
about
The
clean,
Chamber did well
and that's
making
how you
sure
wanna start
that
things off for your
she
first
just
round
stayed
for
alive.
Shopify.
Exactly.
So they
Not
had
only
everyone
is
for
it a
this
feel-good
retake.
round, you get
We had
some
the flank
money in
pressure
the
as
bank
well.
You start to
and then
cheer each
double
other
ult
on,
going
and
in. This was
that's
pretty much
exactly
impossible
what
to
Shopify needed to regain
hold.
their composure. For X10 side of things, it's a fair trade.
The good
It's
thing
a
for
fair trade
X10
getting into the site, and you're telling each other, hey, they
was
used 2
that
ults,
they
guys.
used
Good
both
job, we
ults
got the
into it.
spike
So
down.
again,
And
this retake
to
isn't
boot,
really
they got 3 ultimates coming online as well to just
repeatable.
respond right after here in round 7.
But the Prime Gaming Flawless allows that economy to get built up for Shopify Rebellion as well, so they can go into full utility, full rifles, and also a cycled ultimate. This time, KP ready with a Rolling Thunder. Another opportunity for them to play a retake site for a X10 team that continuously hits this A site right now.
Some more aggression coming out for Shopify.
3% hold
of
A.
Positioning here tucked. KP is quite far away, but that fault line should be
I
able
think
to reach
so. You know, game plan where they hit
that
C so
front
much.
B site
I
and
think
the
they
short
thought the
A.
C was going to be heavier at this point in the game.
I recall actually, because that's where also
No way.
with the nades.
The peak
What a
came behind the
pick.
dog.
Flash catches information towards long two, but as that pick falls down from Pauly, that
Flower did
means
pretty
that there's
good.
no smokes to try to execute towards the A side, so Heaven could be easier for
I mean, Flower
the
did
defenders
insane
to pick off, so X10
there.
will choose to
All the bullets to hit the dog, one extra bullet hit above.
see how they want to retake this opportunity in the site.
It's a nice double setup.
Short A, so
They might not
Baby
expect
TZ
the raise close
absolutely
here.
ready for
Raise.
that one.
Oh no.
Summer's in such a ratty spot. Oh, just punished.
Almost felt like it hit the pinky. But that said, Saunders stuck inside sewers. Here's that pinch. Rolling Thunder a little bit too late to save her opponents from KP.
Oh,
now
no.
the flash comes out. KP wants to be aggressive. She wants to make a play,
Wow.
but it only blinds one player. Only one
They
left
really
with
wanted
Benita
to,
on the
like-
rotate. Unfortunately,
okay.
couldn't come
So
in
they
to
really
help
wanted
and
to
support
sell
KP, and that's
that Raze
X10
wasn't
that
in this
fights
corner.
back.
Yeah, slightly.
But then we didn't have a
late
jump
to the
peak here,
trigger
we just
is
had
KP.
a-
She absolutely wanted to
a
show
straight up
just
just-
a couple of seconds later, but we
I don't know,
mentioned it,
jiggle
right? She
peek,
was more
and
towards that
jiggle peek just
garage
doesn't work in this game.
earlier than later, so Shopify,
Even though
what a
the
shot
shot
coming
only
out here
just
from
hit.
BBTZ, though. X10 were absolutely aware
Still can't
of
really
that
jiggle peek.
re-aggress. We've seen Shopify doing it 2 times now in this first half, and Baby TZ absolutely capitalizing.
Dude, this
With
is
that pick from that sky on sewers, she
This
kinda
is
wished she cut her
brutal right
nails
now.
That day, because that hit the fingertip.
Let's
for
look at the
that
money.
pick.
It
really low for
certainly
shop,
did,
and money over
certainly
here
did,
must be
and
crazy.
X10
6, yes.
back towards this
2 people
garage
on
control
6-9.
very early this time. Changing up the pace.
Yeah.
This is looking very much like that pistol.
And then they're going back to
Exactly.
C.
Going
Look
into
look
the
how
tail
much
line
trouble
to
Benita
the
is in.
Trailblazer, but there's no opposition
Look
in
at
the
this.
backside. There's only Benita,
Look how
and that's
much
just
trouble she
beautiful
is
relay
in.
bolts
How are you
coming
meant
out
to get a
from
kill
Muffin
without
2.
util when you're on your
Just
own as an
stumbles.
Astra?
Any type of defense, any type of holds, any type of anchoring that you're trying to do for Shopify Rebellion. But we're trying to change the pace for the retakes. We're going
Dude,
in quick.
at this
Cosmic
rate, if
Divine's
Shop get
already out,
3
Flash is already through,
on
but
defense, they've done well.
with utility in their hands,
Holy
Muffin
hell.
lands with 2, and Neverbit just drops
All
once
comes
again
in,
for
they want to go
Shopify.
fast.
Muffin
Dude,
is having a
Shop
lot
need a-
of fun in
Shop
the
need a
server right
pause.
now, man. She did not let go of W from
Shop
the
need a
moment
pause
she
for
went
sure.
into garage. And that's
Benita
what we're
is getting
seeing so far
so
from X10.
wrecked
They're so
on C
decisive,
site.
and
The
another
overwhelm
C
is
hit that
crazy.
completely catches
They
Shopify
either have
Rebellion
to
off guard.
change
They're gonna need
who's
an
playing
answer,
where,
they're gonna
or they
need
have
it
to go
now.
aggro.
They haven't had any sort of a defense here
Yeah.
on this C site from pistol up until now.
And now it seems as though this is going to
Feels like they just need one round to shut down
C.
C.
Great moment to call it here for Shopify Rebellion.
They either heavy shut down
You're
C or,
playing this
they're
game
pushing
for
somewhere.
X10 where
The
it's
problem
like,
with this is it's
we're
really
gonna try to
obvious
go
now
really
what you're going to
quickly
want to do
towards the
because you're
A side,
calling a
then
pause
play
to
the
do
slow
it. So
default.
you're definitely
I've
talking
talked
about
this,
C
about
because
trying to mix
Benita needs to
things up
just
for
go.
X10 to hit these sites.
I cannot hold
And
C.
now it just keeps Shopify Rebellion guessing all the time. There's no
So they're
real
probably going to
answer it
opt
so
to
far.
go
Yes, and
aggro.
that's such a good point because we just saw it in action.
Yeah, I'd
Perfectly
be playing in
done
the chamber there.
condition
I need to get
from
an
round
early,
one
need to get
till
an
now.
early peak.
They were slowing it
Also,
down. You
the
mentioned
problem
that
is, at the
anti-heal,
moment,
the
they're not even
default,
playing
very
Garage, right? So
slow,
they
punishing
give up
any sort of
Garage,
pushes, then
and
that quick
I mean,
change of
Astra has
pace
no chance.
really
It doesn't matter
catches
if you're the
Shopify
best player in
off
the
guard.
world.
And we just saw a glimpse there of Rob Wiz. Legend
The
in the scene
Astra's
in a
only
tactical
ever going to be
FPS,
able to
and
get
even-
one max, I'm
even
pretty
back
sure.
then, in like the early days of competitive gaming, putting in, trying to figure out what X10 has been doing, and maybe find a way where we could maybe punish this slow default towards spawn when X10 wants to use that in their book.
Yeah, and we saw Benita pushing down. with
Okay,
that
we
Sheriff
see the
on
change up.
go down.
Exactly.
Maybe
Raze
here
is now
they're
going
gonna
over
try to
towards
insert
here.
the chamber, insert the
And
Astra
we're going to have
into that
Sky.
long
So
C
3
cubby.
person. So they're
Get a
going
little bit
for
more
what I said
forward
in terms of trying to
duels
shut
instead
down
of these
C or
backwards
Garage at
on
the
the
beginning.
exits.
So
But we'll see
that's
how
good, but
Shopify
obviously
decide
X10,
to adjust.
they've gone
Here,
C
they're
so
broke.
much, they know that
Just
Benita's
a
going to be
couple
talking
stingers,
about it, and now they're going to
couple
try and go
upgraded
A.
pistols. And for X10,
This
fully
might
aware
work,
of the money,
though.
they're gonna be calculated here.
No way.
Oh,
A rare miss.
Had to hit that
a rare
shot.
miss from Flowerful, and the idea was there, the fault line to put in position and to potentially get a pick out in the open. But already that makes the call for
Dude,
X10 to just
X10
rush
look
into
way
the
better
A site.
at the moment.
A couple of pistols are coming to work.
I
in
know
this
it's
mixed buy that
dependent
we
map to
have
map for
for
sure,
Shopify
but they look
Rebellion,
way
but
better.
that's just gonna
Like,
stop
this
the bleeding.
is
From
brutal.
there, Muffin
Shopper
continuing her
getting
reign in these
overwhelmed.
heavy hits
Like, the
on
strats
either
look better
A
at the
or
moment from
C.
X10. They're
And
getting
if it's not
overwhelmed.
on her, it's also
And
BBTZ
Shopper
that's able to do a
missing
great
shots.
job. And unfortunately here, Benita in another situation where she's by herself, excuse me, and she's gonna try to go for at least salvage a weapon, do some econ damage. But the money is looking really good for X10 as well.
They are ballin'. Absolutely.
Let's see what happens with the next round. They get a full buy into the next round.
Absolutely disciplined. They shouldn't give Benita any chance here.
I'm telling you, if they get
All
3,
good.
if Shop
She
gets
does get
3 on
taken out.
defense, they've done
And
well
another
because this
decisive-
just looks brutal.
Decisive execute
Oh,
coming
yeah.
out here for X10. Shopify, that timeout was exactly for this gun round coming in.
And it almost feels like it's like a green light for X10. Get a pick onto the A side. Usually there's like 2 players there. They know they're going to play the numbers advantage on like a 4v1. If it's a C site, it's a split. There's an anchor so far from Shopify Rebellion with only 1 player. They're never hitting B because it seems as though they're just comfortably winning their duels on top of that.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like X10 can do whatever they want at
Exactly.
this point.
Shopper
Muffin is
all
just
over the
choosing
place. But
whichever
I think
way
Flower
she
probably
wants that
said
utility. Flowerful wants a
that I
second
just
chance
missed
at
a
this
shot.
duel.
It's
Has an
fine.
operator
She
in
might get
hand
picked
and-
here.
Both chambers
48
barely just
HP.
missing.
Wallbang though.
Oh, they
would
actually,
take it Flower
there was
full,
a
but
there
thankfully
was
Lori's
trade
there
in
to
damage.
save
She
her
actually
with
hit a shot as
little
well,
bit
so
of a
they
heal.
both pretty much hit the
And
same
thing
shot
onto
through the wall.
BBTZ actually, both of them actually did get the wallbang.
Nice little, at least a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
And X10.
Dog
At
going
least
in
they're not going
if the
eight
chamber
times in a
moves.
row, but it does seem like
Okay.
X10 really
Chamber at
are
least
favoring
shoots
this
it, but a
ace
lot
side.
of time the
A lot
chamber
of
could just
aim
be
main
holding
control
here on
and
their own. So
even
in
take
terms
a
of
look at Shopify
information, the only
because of
thing they
that
got was the
chamber
fact that
chip
short
isn't
is clear,
good.
but there's still a
There's 3
good amount of
defenders
pressure
at
towards
side
A,
along
and
the chamber
they
chip.
didn't follow it up.
Look
So
at the
the
second
question
guessing
mark
here from
only got
Shopify
cleared for
Rebellion.
like a
Nobody's
second,
pushing
and
down
then
the
the
wall
question
here
mark's
for
still
C.
there.
They don't know if they have to rotate
Just
back
because
to
they didn't
support
clear
the quicker
anything.
rotate,
Look at this
and you
mid rounding
forfeit a
right now.
garage.
They,
You
they,
forfeit
okay,
C
good
side.
flash.
Yeah, and Lori, she
They
just
flashed
sent
over
that
towards
bird
long.
down
It
long,
didn't
but
hit anyone, so
no
now we can get
information
rid of
was
the
sent
3-person
in.
stack. So
You can see
that was at least good
some
from Laurie.
movements coming out.
The issue
That
is
C
that
site, it's completely
look at
open, not a
this.
single
They're just
defender
heading
on
over
there.
towards the C side. We've got
That's
nothing
the
here.
full utility.
Much
All
better
4
from
stars put down here
Shop
from
though,
Polly.
playing
We disrupt the
Benita
site.
not
We
on the
have the
site.
gravity
They're
wells
holding
in the
heavy
back, and
garage,
cuts towards
and
the
then they're going to
logs.
retake. But
And
this
then
time
it's gonna be
they actually have
free
the Astra
for
for the
X10.
retake. And again, Astra's
Posts
super
have
important
been
for retake just
so
because it
brutal
smokes.
for Shopify. These retakes haven't even been
And obviously she
close.
has her ult. She's
This
gonna,
time around,
she might
not a
die
single
before she uses
ultimate
her ult.
available.
Here she
They've got to
peeks.
get these frags.
Null command activated as soon as the aftershock
timing.
came out from KP, and indeed
Damn,
Benita
crazy.
does get the headshot into BBTZ. So at least the flankers is taking
Holy
care
hell.
of, but Paulie and Alyssa inside the site, answered back by Flowerful, looking for another shot, not going to work. Now it's Benita once again.
Holy hell, they can't
Stopped
catch
by
the break.
Paulie,
No, okay,
and the
good
null
attempt from
command
Shop
just did
though,
not
right?
allow any
This
of
was
the utility
this
from
was the
Shopify Rebellion
best.
for the retake.
This was the
This
closest
time it
they've
was
got
closer.
to a C
This
retake.
time
Agreed,
there was
agreed.
I know they
movement,
still
at
lost,
least
but it was
Shopify
much
were able
better,
to actually
much better
get
plan
close
in
to
terms of
that site, and it was all
holding
thanks
on
to
to
the flank
garage
coming out for Benita
and
this
then winning
time.
jaws.
At least some map movements coming out across on the
That
defense
was
were
everything
set.
though. The double
They
kill in
needed that
garage
info,
there,
they got it,
huge.
and it was closer this time around. But man, X10, they are completely dominating this first half so far.
This game is a nice game to watch IGLing wise. Yeah, I mean that's always Haven, I swear.
My regular ranked games, it's usually attacker's side, but I mean, just in terms of the chemistry that we have for X10, it's just
We're
too
going heavy
clean,
C.
and
There's
we'll
3
just talk
people
about
C.
the action right away.
Shop
Benita
going for
finally
the
gets
shutdown
first
this
blood for
time.
the team for
Much
Shopify
better.
Rebellion, and that forces now
The pause
X10
has
to fall
helped
back.
them,
This was a
right?
full stack
I
from
still think they're going to
Shopify
struggle to
with
get some
this
rounds, but
eco
the
that they
pause,
did.
at least
And
they
it looks
look.
like BBTZ doesn't
Without
wanna
that
just give
pause,
them
no
this
joke,
frag
they.
quite yet,
I'm really
Benita.
confident they wouldn't have
Beautiful
won a
smoke
round, unless
to
maybe
allow
they
her
used
to
all their ults
recross
together
here.
again.
Yeah. They wanna
But now
save
they've
the,
used the
not
pause. These
allowed
rounds
for
are a
Sliggy
little
pick
bit
up the Vandal.
closer.
She wants it though. We'll see who's more patient. Oh,
Just got spotted here, and that allows, look at that, the repositioning of X10 to slowly move back up towards this C site. But this push,
Does
finally,
Coach hit
talked
in-game
about it,
comms?
it
Yeah.
might go along that they could get the backstab, but there's still this trademark that's going to be able to watch the flank.
Yeah.
Sauna ready with the shorty just around the corner, and a showstopper as well.
as soon as Lori realizes there's
I mean,
nothing behind. Oh
If
boy.
if she gets a smoke, she should be good
This
for one.
is so tense. The
There's
little
no smoke
barrel
here.
just
Nice stun.
barely showing through, but the full
Nice
line
stun.
is huge.
Flank's about to come around, though, and it's being watched.
Good future.
What great awareness by Baby TZ.
Okay, this
Flash
is
coming
Shop's
out from
best
Garage.
chance.
They know that Laurie's there, but she lands the headshot. Polly now.
Polly.
By herself. Long range.
Wow, okay,
Flowerful
nice shots.
connects with the headhunter.
Much better from
And
Shop.
finally
They use the
rounds
eco, they
that
can
round
gamble
that
over
comes
towards
in
C.
for
They
Shopify
finally
Rebellion
shut down
off
C.
a lower
So
bar.
now
And
X10.
that was off the back of
Okay,
actually
now X10 have like
farming
a few
for the C
decisions.
site,
They can
right?
either
Yes,
go back
it
to
took
A and all of
3
this, or they
defenders
can
to
actually talk
actually
about
do it,
this
but you only had
just
pistols,
being
and
an
we're seeing
eco,
Shopify this
and
time,
could
they
say
took the duels,
that's the
it
only
was
reason they
long
stacked
range,
it, and you
but
could
they
hit
were
C
at least
again.
shooting their guns
There's
back,
loads of
so
different calling techniques. Like
a
a big
beautiful
calling
50, and it
technique
couldn't
that
have come at a more
I'm
perfect
gonna
time,
expose
right?
them a little
I
bit
mean,
because I know that
this
Jamie does this a
absolutely
lot.
starting to get out of hand. We'll
Is
see if Shopify are
Fnatic's
able to string
CS
things
team
together,
when
because whenever
they
London
lose heavy
has
going
that
towards a
Neon
site,
ultimate
they'll hit
online,
that site again next round.
X10 are very
Because the
aggressive.
enemy team
And I
thinks,
just
right, we
love
shut
the
down
fact
this
that
site, now they're going to go
X10 on
somewhere
that
else.
round decided to
So
play
there's
contact and move up towards
multiple
the
ways
C
of
side
calling.
instead.
But
Most
as
of
we
their
can see,
hits
it's
in terms
looking
of
like
these
they're
later
going
rounds
to...
have been, hey, let's use utility, where
Kind of, at
KP
the
was
moment,
ready
on the
for a
minimap
fault
looking
line. They
like a
had a
B, but
showstopper around the corner from Sonder
might just be
that could
mid,
probably pick a lot into long
mid
C.
default.
And now this allows Shopify Rebellion to
Isn't
carry it
Omen better
over
on this map?
into
Personally,
this next
I
round,
think
where
Omen is better,
X10,
but it
look at
kind of
that.
depends on the rest
Same
of your
thing,
comp.
trying to see if they could punish some players pushing aggressively out from Shopify Rebellion.
There are things that
Well,
combo
listen,
with the
through a
Astra
bird,
that
out
that
mid.
can make it better than the
See
Omen,
if
but
Sonder was gonna
as
come down
face
sniffing again.
value, I do think the Omen's better. But only if you play
They were
C as
able
the
to
Omen,
re-clear it,
because
so
there's not
that
many
just
agents that are
signifies
good on
as they
C,
can
but Omen is like perfect for
slow
C.
this down once again. And all that timing, X10, they lost this line of sight in A
So
main,
Chad,
they've
have you
gotta
ever
re-clear
stuck
everything,
being a
extend
smoker on this
some
map,
utility. These
and
sound
you're in
cues
ranked? I'm telling you, you're gonna win
should
way
alert
more games just
Shopify.
going C was an Omen. Just playing here, using the smokes to help
And
out the
from one
team
small
sometimes here.
change
Omen flash
and
when
a
you
little
know
bit
they're
of
coming in with
utility
you
from the
too.
Seekers that pushes
Is it because of the
Hopper
blind?
from
Yeah, it's
Powerful down
just
towards long C.
you stop the
Will we
initial
commit
hit,
though
right?
towards the A side for X10? Big
You
nade,
stop the
big
initial hit
damage.
and you can TP
Trying to come in
through
with a
here and here, so
solo
it doesn't
for
matter about this
KP
area.
With 2 kills
Ooh.
holding towards the sewers. That
Okay,
with the
KP's done
spike
great
down
here.
is on a 5 versus 2 in favor of Shopify. Nice little swing out here from Pauly. Answered back by Baby TZ onto Benita. She's by her lonesome, unfortunately, overpowered and overwhelmed by utility. And that's finally a third round in for Shopify.
And that's finally us seeing Shopify Rebellion absolutely capitalizing and being rewarded for those set plays, those set pieces. The utility
No, Fade and Sova
finally
isn't good in this map.
paying off
It's
hugely for KP.
as long as you
specifically.
have-
So many times we've seen her using
as
that
long as
ball
you have a
using
Sky,
flashes
it's okay.
in combination with that paint shell, and it was just so close, but no cigar. This time around in this A defense, paying off in dividends.
As long as you have a, I'll draw on the minimap when it comes back. But as long as you have an agent that can clear over towards A when you default the attack of your map somewhere else, like mid, as long as you have a
Well,
somebody
they
util to
wanna
go clear
secure
A,
this
then you're
last,
fine.
So I do
So a
appreciate
dog
the
works.
timeout coming into it. It seems like they're fast. That pistol C split,
Yeah.
They haven't lost. It looked so easy, so clean. So maybe they want to throw some mind games in and throw a quick fake, but make it look like that pistol. There's a lot of options
Yes.
for X10. This whole half, they've been conditioning Shopify. So right now, the coach, he's probably having a lot of fun thinking about whatever theory crafting he wants to do.
I agree with that, actually. Maybe a fake from the Seekers to try to hit towards the other side of the site.
What does an
or
in-game
I also
director do?
like the
In-game
use of
director
Shopify Rebellion
is
from that
the
previous
same as an
round. You
observer.
mentioned
It's
a little
just
bit
a
of a
different
repositioning from the
title
chamber
for
instead
it.
of playing towards A, pushing up towards C. And Flowerful
I
was
used to
all
like
the way
calling
down
myself
towards
an
that
in-game
bottom C,
director
where
because
you don't have too much utility coming out from X10
I
to
would
try to
do,
re-clear that area.
as a
So
solo, I
you
would
gotta
do
figure that out too when it
overviews
comes to these hits.
and
How do you
fast
wanna
person,
re-
all
re-hit
as one
towards the C
person.
site? But
Whereas in this,
I
they'll
don't know
have
if we're
one
sitting
person
first
doing
spot right now,
overviews,
or
one
because
person
of all of
doing
these ultimates that we have for X10,
fast
will we
person.
try to go towards B?
We'll see if Baby TZ does a little bit more than just slow peeking into this
So you're
mid
pretty
this
much just
time.
in charge of everything in-game camera-wise, like what we're
Saunders
watching.
right there on the other side of things. Beautiful shot from Flower.
Nice trade.
There's a trade.
Answered right back. 1 TP'd away of 4 versus 4 Seekers immediately out. And it seems to be committed for a
How
bit
hard is
into
observing?
this C split, but the rolling
To do it
thunder
well,
comes
very
out from
hard.
KP just to slow things down for a bit. And that also puts X10 back at their feet, planting their feet on the ground
I liked it
towards
because it
mid
sounded
and trying
cooler.
to
No,
reassess the map.
You can see KP
I was giving a
really wanted
worthy
to
title to it.
capitalize off that
I didn't want to
ultimate
put
that she
in
threw in mid. Maybe the
loads and loads of
communications
hours
were
to
that
be
the
called
B
an
players
observer.
also push, but
So
regardless,
yeah,
it
in a
doesn't
little
work out.
way,
And
kind of
X10,
bacon.
They're making this A site
But
hit
I
happen.
felt
Look
like
at
what
this
I
play
was
coming
doing
through for
was
Ginny.
Exactly.
more than that.
The call from Ginny to tell the whole team to rotate towards the A site. The wall comes up from Cosmic Divide for the head, but Flowerful, too aware, turns back towards the A link and gets the pick onto Ginny.
I had a
Meanwhile,
weird
though,
view
look
on
at that. We
it.
actually did
When
have
you
a
were just
slope
doing the one
onto
pass
the
and stuff, I
trademark,
thought you were
so
an
we might
observer.
not
When you were
know that we
doing like
have
both,
two flankers
that's
from
when I thought you were
Shopify
like
Rebellion on this retake. Polly's holding
directing,
it
if that
towards
makes sense,
Sewers
because you're
on the
choosing all
top.
the angles.
The rolling, should I say the fault line comes out, but Polly gets the first kill. Two other players pushing
This
in
is
towards
doable
one
with
for the
both Under
retake.
Heaven.
A 3 versus 2.
no.
Alyssa lines up 2, but it's a 1v1. Alyssa in the back of the site, looking to get the third into the round, and a last frag for the win in the half.
Holy hell.
Happen.
There was
She
a chance with
gets
that
it,
Feyna
and
HP.
X10 put
Extra
9
bullet would
into
have
the
hit.
half.
That was so
Would've done it.
close for Bonita. This time, the double flanks, they split up. I was questioning
I mean, they got
advantage,
3,
but
which
either
was...
way, Bonita almost
which
is able
honestly,
to convert. But what a
when I look
statement
at it,
coming out here for X10 in the first
kind of
half.
Yeah,
expected.
and that's the crazy part too. When it comes down to players,
They definitely
actually
look
losing
better,
offensively, they're always aware here for X10,
They definitely
but
look
you
better
always
after
have
the
big
pause. I think the
fraggers
pause was
into
important.
not only
I do think the
Muffin
pausing
for the
came
whole
in
half,
too
but
late
Alyssa
because
had those
it was
ones. Yeah,
obvious
she
from
really
round
hasn't
3
been
that
fragging
C was
as
the
much,
issue.
right? She's currently 5-8-5, but also playing a
But it
stride
came
to
in
assist her
eventually
teammates
anyway.
to enable Muffin to get these kills, but she did a great job here. But with that, I mean, it's a 9-3 curse maybe. Let's see what the Des has to say. Has it been domination from X10 so far?
It's one of those things where when you play a comp, you should know your strengths and weaknesses, and they should know playing Astra that C is weak. So when you see it 2 rounds like that, you've seen it on a pistol and a bonus, you know that they're going to exploit it.
It's fantastic work out of them. Shopify came in with a new composition. They changed things up. No more Sage. They should be fantastic on these retakes, but despite that, consistently X10 was getting into the site, getting these spikes down, and winning in fantastic post plants.
Their positioning on the post plant was just so good, and it starts in this bonus round, right? They're able to convert it, and the positioning of their players, it's like they're playing with 7 players on this site. Notice this, 4 players can see the players leaving towards CT, and 3 with Alyssa's positioning to the left side of default can swing off of garage. You have 3 players there, so it's literally like you have a 2-player numbers advantage. It's insane,
Corona,
and it just meant that
but
Shopify could do nothing.
Yeah, and this is
I
against
will
the
do
rifles
VOD
of
reviews.
Shopify. On top of that, you
At
had
least
an Astra
of the
player
good
towards
games.
long, holding down that flank
Like
until
if
she
there's
realized,
some
hey,
close games, I'll
no
VOD
more
review them.
timing possible,
Like after
so
this
comes
tourney.
to the site,
Not
and it's every
as in like
single
after this tourney's
member
finished.
of X10 there to hold down. Excellent work out of them in their post plants, but Shopify did show some life.
Yeah, that's right. They did. And it's nice to see them try and bring it back in. You made a great point. Like, KP, she figures it out right at the end, but it's like a little bit... you want to get that a little
They're
bit
not
earlier.
close
And the
games.
problem is
Yeah,
that
that's
you
what
have
I'm saying.
players
They
like
might be
Muffin
later on.
that
That's why I'm
cause
kind of
those
just
problems
waiting.
for them to have to figure it out.
Yeah, that's the thing. KP started to figure it out at the end, but the individual players for X10 were just performing
Dude, what a nice game
so
plan
well. That was a
from
fantastic
from
half out of
X10.
Muffin.
Muffin was looking insane, just again on that snowball agent flying forward with the team. The support was there as well.
And as we look towards the second half, it has to be Muffin again for X10. Both her and Baby TZ have been taking over in this game, but similar to how Shopify invests in Sonder, X10 invests in Muffin to make these forward plays and get them the space on that defense.
Yeah, but now we're going to be flipping sides over here, so let's see what Shopify decides to cook up, because Ender, at this point, like, you have to be concerned about Rebellion here.
Look, KP has to come out with a good idea to kick things off on the attacking side. It looked a little bit stagnant for a few rounds just yesterday. They got to get creative, and they've got to unlock it fast.
This is Sonder's side, though. This
I'm
is
not
where she
sure
has 2
about
initiators
that
to set her
tournament
up.
yet.
She
I
was
need to
great
look
here on
into
Vine.
Point of the
Let's
comp.
see what she can do here on defense of Haven.
Couldn't agree more, team. All right, well, let's go ahead and send it back over to the casters and see how this next half is going to unfold.
Thank you so much to our friends at the desk, and yeah, I am actually questioning that as well. Muffin has been a star player for X10 on this first half, Christine, and will this be an impact on how they're playing the defense?
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. She should just pick up right
How
where
many
she
eyes
left
are
off,
in
right?
this?
Absolutely.
I'm down to
On
this
one right
instantly,
now.
get
And
rid of
for
that.
Muffin on that Neon defense, you know, you usually don't think of a Neon being a good defense agent, but specifically on Haven, you're going to want to see her in this forward position, controlling this A main. Those stuns in this little room are so strong, and you're seeing that happen
Kind of
right
like
now.
it
Muffin,
fruit
she's going
so
for
far,
more.
bro, don't worry.
KP's low on HP, Nate's coming back on the other end, but Saunders answers back.
They go for a
right away.
Fnatic-esque
And Muffin's
push
also
over
low on HP.
towards
And for Shopify,
long
you want to maybe
with
try to fight
3
back
though.
into
Normally
the choke
Fnatic to do
point,
it
but
2,
more,
and then the
most
instant
importantly,
reactions to go
to
hit.
salvage that
So
fight.
Chamber's very important into
Polly's
this
in
round, but
such
they're
a
not
power position,
expect a double
hearing
push here.
all these sound cues and
This is a nice
Baby
pistol
TZ
from X10.
right there to help her out.
X10
Shopify, they're under so much
way
pressure.
better strat-wise.
I did not expect
This
this
event
X10
is
to be
fun,
so aggressive
chat,
outside the
because
push. And now the roles have been reversed.
teams-
Garage is open. Shopify
less
Rebellion
teams
moves
win on
inside
their
the C site
individual
and also
aim
is planning for spawn.
than in VCT. They can't get out of situation. Like, people's aim doesn't get them out of situations as much as it does in VCT. So a lot of the time, like, the teamwork and the strats really,
Huge information.
like, make a
Here
difference.
available. Gravity well coming
Like,
out
it's
from
really
Vegeta.
down
That's
to
gonna
that.
delay for a bit, not even a halfway, but they go for the double hold into the back spawn. Information on the second one. Low HP
Damn,
onto
nice
Muffin,
decision
but
to get off the
Benita
spike.
cannot clutch that 3v1, and that's a huge pistol round for X10 to continue this momentum on
They
even.
look, I mean, at least on this map, way better.
Decisive.
Double
That
pistol,
first
though.
round pistol, that fast C split now coming on, and it seems like X10, they are just absolutely utilizing their kit almost to perfection. We talked about the win conditions of Neon.
Yeah.
Boom, right away, Muffin. She's not going to shy
This is a
away
good
from
pistol,
that
though.
main control.
Yeah.
I like the 3-person,
It's a beautiful
that
relay
3-person
bolt that she
push.
had,
They
followed
waited
like
for the
that was
reaction.
following the
2-person push
Trailblazer
down middle
around
as
the
well.
corner from Melissa. So
Dude, why has this been happening the past 2 days? I'm
knowing
just
from
give
that
it. I'm just gonna give it an
information
instant
of where that
refresh. Chat, I know I can
Rebellion,
space.
It's a full force into C.
Yeah, they don't want to give X10
Okay,
11.
chat, they
Saunders
force-
so aggressive.
They insta push over towards C. This is what I talked about as well. They have an Astra, right? So C is always weak when you play Astra.
Astra and Chamber, they want to control this garage, and Shopify
They know
gonna
that.
take the fight to them.
They insta go for the
Flash
hits.
another one on the top of the window. The
What a
aftershock
drill.
too because of that. Yep, a great
Nice
drill
force.
from a fault line. Concussed, nothing that we could do. And this full force buy that's coming in here for Shopify Rebellion looks
Really nice
perfect.
force.
Only one ally left for Ginny. She gets double
Okay,
flanked
sick
on
force
that
from
pinch
Shop.
into the
They
C-side
also
pulse
identify
line.
that C is weak
Shopify, they get
because
success out of
Astra
the
solo.
force.
Yeah.
X10 played no one
This
here.
has
They played
been kind
off
of the
garage, but
funny
I don't know.
storyline for
It felt like
Shopify
they
as well.
weren't
If I
ready for
think
the
back
fast
yesterday
insta
on
hit over
Vine,
towards
it
C
seems
and
like
then the push
simple,
into garage.
just in-your-face
It was not
strats
expected.
have been a nice breather for Shopify. They're able to convert these simple, fast rounds.
So this
Yeah.
was
We'll
nice
see
from
if
Shop.
able
They're
to
back in
do
this
it on
now.
an actual gun round here. A healthy purchase. Finally, I mean, this is signs of life, at least for Shopify. They will be able to
The thing
control
is,
the economy
I
from
was
here
gonna
on
say,
out.
that
Hopefully,
literally the
keep
thing is that
X10's money
X10 just
down
used
in
the
the
same game
dumps
plan that
so that
they'd
they
used
can
against them
start
in
to
terms of
really
C is
chip away
weak.
and make
So
this
I
comeback
was
a
literally gonna say
reality.
they're gonna stack C
Now we have
because
a
you
free
want to shut down
piece of
C as
utility
early as
used by
possible.
Ginny that gets a lot of information that Shopify
So they
Rebellion
stack
wants to
C.
try to go quickly
They now
once
know that
again,
they're
but
coming
this
A. They
time
do a
towards
good
the A
smoke.
side.
We
And
might
we're
get a
not
lot of
letting
people here in
down,
time.
letting go of the pace. And yeah, we
Boom
saw
bot.
that little boom bot. Vacuumed up Ginny as she falls. A little bit of damage being done by X10. 2 kills, not too bad. Damage as well onto
Not
Lori.
too bad.
Well, we'll take those.
Two
we'll take
armors,
those.
two armors
We'll
gone,
take
2
those. If
kills
you're
gone.
Ginny, you don't
Good
wanna
understanding,
take those,
good
but it's
instant
all
rotate
good.
from
The
X10 as
boom
well. I
bots
thought
can be
this
a
was
little
good.
bit possessed
I actually
sometimes.
saw a
We've
little bit of
seen it
hesitation
happen
from the other
before.
two.
But it's all good.
I think if
mean,
they managed to all
Shopify,
get through
again,
this
it's
smoke
just an eco
before
round, but being able
they
to
had got
have
through
an
the
eco
choke
round
points,
be
I
as
actually
clean as
think
that, it's got to mean a lot. if
X10
they're
would have
down
won this.
3-10 going into the second half. So every little bit
they
counts.
needed a bit more.
And Saunder, we're looking straight at her, one
Commitment than
away
this.
from that showstopper, and you can see 4 members of Shopify.
Sonda is
very much
okay.
near
Look
this
at this
aiming
chat.
area.
We go into a big buy round, but
Early boombot.
they're
man,
very
Bird.
close in terms of
Looks like
ults.
we want to end this now.
This is my
Christine,
boombot
for
lineup
X10.
again.
Big investment, and now it's been heard.
Checks
An
all of
operator
short and
invested
top of
into
short.
Baby TZ as
Oh
well.
boy,
Lost
the
him
double
on
push
low
into
HP.
window. Do they know the
timing
trips
was-
there? Okay, well,
The
Trip
fact
spots
that
them.
chamber
They've
trip
taken
was
mid.
right
They
there,
traded these
alerted
in these
Saunder
positions.
right off the
First
rip.
big buy
That could've been
round,
devastating,
and
but
Shop
Volley
is looking
is
like
gonna find her luck at timing
they're
as well.
gonna
Ooh.
pretty much flawlessly do
This
this.
is not going to look too good here for X10. Like I
Sonda
said, they
got the
wanted to
kills
invest
in
a lot
window,
into this
gets her
round, wanted
ult.
to
They
shut
want
it
to try
down
to keep
right
this
away,
as clean
but
as
definitely
possible,
got
use the
punished
ult to
on
get
an
into
aggressive
sight.
push down towards window at mid, and that's definitely going to be the call.
It's
as they heard the
it's just
operator for
crazy,
Shopify
Bacon.
Rebellion
It's just
try to
crazy
hunt
the
it
teams
down.
get away with it.
They should. There's so much time left on.
I wonder
this
if teams
fight.
use that in
Any
VCT.
second now, Shopify, the communication should be coming through. It's a little bit too quiet. It does feel like X10 are saving, so I wouldn't be surprised to see hunting down, and Lori's going. She's just going for it. She's just solo going for it. Okay.
A little bit a silver lining here for X10, as it seems as though at least for the rest of this round where the spike's going to go off, the last 2 players will be able to salvage this operator and the Vandal in the hands of Ginny. But that's going to tell a lot here for Shopify Rebellion, knowing that this op came out very early. They have to try to figure out where BBTZ is going to position
See,
herself.
Bacon
here
is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Even
wouldn't be
Chasta
surprised if
straight
we
on
see
it,
Baby
just
TZ
like
maybe going towards that long C.
like you just look at that on the mini map and you're just like, how on earth is this survived?
Lower weaponry this
Yeah,
time,
it can be
that
be
operator in
spammed.
hand. I'd like
It's
to
just
see
like
Muffin getting that A main control just like on that
it's
pistol.
just
I
like
thought that was
how are teams getting
absolutely
away with
X10's
putting a
win
default
condition.
trip here?
But you can see Baby TZ, she wants to go for that A main control.
And which is why everybody else
Everyone's
is pulling
shifting.
back. Exactly. Because at the beginning in that piss round, it was exactly those 3 players. Muffin, Alyssa, and Ginny.
Dude, they're going mid aggro again.
Middle on forcing around this Vandal, and the operator was kept behind. Baby TZ will be the first contact as she's waiting around the corner, and she's too far from her TP.
Heaven sent, people do it in officials.
She wanted to paint shell, but she decides to hold on to it. Baby TZ, this timing could be so deadly.
Damn,
Sonder
hits every shot right now.
With the headshot on top of that.
There's
But
been a lot
because
of
the
mid
3-player
control.
push at the beginning of the round. The trigger discipline and then the crossfire to allow
Nice
3 kills to come
swing
in
from
for
top
X10
middle.
and
That was the
spike
most
out.
important thing
Seeker's
about this
already
from
out.
the
Benita's
sky.
close, trying to
Do we
punish
get
at
another
least
swing?
Muffin onto Bunny.
Come in,
Half
both
finds
of
the
you.
swing out, could not connect onto Ginny.
This was
With the
good.
spike still down and the last Seeker still chasing.
Alyssa
That
did
is a
everything here. I
nightmare
was wanting a
once
bit of
again
trigger
for
discipline,
Shopify.
but then I kind of
Oh,
realized when the
man,
first shot
powerful.
happened, we saw a swing
The
from
jig
here.
is up.
So actually, it
X10,
was like a set thing of
we
as soon
understand
as
that
I shoot, you
this fight
swing.
is coming.
That was
Powerful
great.
has been
The Sky
so
did insane. Nice,
close in so
nice
many
just
clutches
set
for
up, getting
Shopify
someone to
side.
bottom mid and then
A
having
lot of
someone ready
time
to
left
swing.
on the clock. Spike
They're
right
being
in
very
front of her, but
proactive on the
3
defense.
insane headshots
Yeah, it was a
have
good
come
wall to
here.
get out as well.
But the good news is that it's all individual battles. And here's the first. Connects onto Alyssa. 30 seconds left. Plenty of time to pick up the spike. But now as the spike icon disappears from the POV of the last 2 players, you know she's close. Double swing out from Polly and Ginny, and they put 11 on the board.
What a round coming out here for X10, and it all started with Baby TZ just kind of getting clotheslined, right? And it looked so hectic and so dangerous. Sonder, I hope we can get a replay of that tap. There it is. But somehow, some way, that walk down mid, right? Even with the lower weaponry, just completely catches Shopify off guard.
And with that, though, that pick that they got from Sonder onto BBTZ will not allow for any operators to be salvaged. It was dropped so far behind into A-Long. This round, breaking the doors very early.
Where should you
for
put it instead?
Shopify. That
You
was
can put it
Benita's
around
straight
this corner.
across, and a knife
Kind of
gets
does the
thrown
same
down.
effect.
Oh,
You don't get
no.
instant information.
Yeah, she's
You
gonna get a
can,
little bit of damage out of that
in
one,
theory,
and
put it a
also
little bit further back,
OTP
and then the
slowed it
angle
away.
isn't
That
there
broke
to
it.
see it.
But from that
And I
knife
think
that
that's
we
what
saw
you'll
was a
see
push here
teams
from
do. I think
X10 down
you'll
towards
see them
long
put
C.
it a little bit further back.
BBTZ has
It will
some
still have the
help
same
from
effect
Ginny
that you
just
see them when they jump
arriving.
into
These
windows. They
jellies,
can't
these
swing you in this
cabbages,
area,
being
but it can't be
such an
spammed. But
issue.
this one at the moment can be spammed from here.
Rolling Thunder on top of that. We're clearing out the
And
A
honestly,
site.
loads of pro
Time to
teams
play
have been
the
using it.
retake now for X10.
Bacon brought it
What
to
do
my
we have
attention the other
here?
day, and I'm just
Basically an
like,
overdrive,
how has no
couple
one
of
ever
flashes
antied
that
that?
could
Like,
maybe
how do
help.
teams get away with this?
4 players left. This drill coming out from KP is going to be such an issue. X10, they've got to bait it out. Otherwise, this retake is going to be near impossible.
Muffin's waiting for the call. First flash to get info, relay bolt.
You
There's
can't
that
retake this, I
aftershock
don't
that
think.
gets thrown right away from the beginning. Trailblazers already been wasted. Nice little jump out from
The
Muffin
wall was
with the
kinda
first kill,
sick,
but then
though.
full blind. Nice util
Hey,
by
the wall had
Lori
some potential
as we
here,
push
so this
towards
was
the
nice.
spawn. What a nice post
Okay,
plant
chat.
ult by
X10
Shopify.
go down
Clean,
money-wise. Only
clean kills
3.
there for
So
KP
3
as
people
well.
have to eco this one.
And
They
that
do have an
drill, man,
ult.
breach
They
and
can
that
do
post
a
plant under
pretty
that
good
L
low
is
buy
Such a nuisance.
Oh yeah.
in terms of
But
this
X10,
round.
they did identify
If
it. I
they
mean,
get
that
an orb
retake
as
was in
well,
action.
they can get chamber ult.
Side 2 isolating with the walls coming out from the neon to make sure she can
I would
drop
be
down
fine
because
to see an
try to
X10
have
pause
that
here. I think
1v1
that's something
in
they could do
hell
in this
and
round.
not get sprayed from graffiti.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to see Baby TZ have a little bit
That's
of
fine.
help from the beginning at that.
What are we
A site.
doing? See, it looks like
Somebody
we're going
start
heavy
with
here,
her
but we're
to
not
break
going to get
dart,
the orb.
Break the boom bot, break whatever utility Shopify sending your way, and
But maybe they
then
can buy a little
leave
bit
her,
more into
because
this one.
Too many times now we've seen these boom bots.
They
at
might
the A
send
site
it.
Just having fun.
They might
having
send
their
it,
way,
yeah.
So we'll see if
Here
any
we go.
adjustments come out. The adjustment is Muffin. She
Boy,
wants-
this could be
she
pretty
wants the
brutal.
frags.
Oh yeah, but she gets popped up by Benita inside
Shop
the
needs to
spawn.
go. That's a
And we're
massive
trying
kill.
to answer back. Meanwhile, for Shopify Rebellion, pushing it inside the C site. That's how they wanted to answer. Going for full aggression.
2 guns
with
if they
a
get this
hero
kill.
rifle off the
You're
back of
crazy.
Ginny.
You're
They
crazy.
did 2 damage onto that one too, so that could salvage a second
Give him
weapon.
a gun. That's
onto
fine.
Alyssa.
Benita's
They'll
gone
come
all
in
the way
also
around the world. She
available
gets
on
to
a
kill
3
her.
versus 2 for Shopify.
Oh, this timing for Bonita, just barely making it past Alyssa. And Ginny all alone. Such a powerful spot from
Those good
Zonder.
rounds
this timing
from,
this round is insane, man.
Oh yeah.
Benita got the first kill, right? On
Pinging towards towards the spawn.
The Neon.
Oh.
For Shopify in that drop.
If so, it was a really good round from her.
No reactions from that breach.
Damn.
But Benita
It was a
comes
really
up
good
towards
round from
long
her.
C, easy peek. And
Good
just
reactional
like that,
stuff as well.
into
They
the
went straight
second
in
half,
towards
they've
garage
only
once they
spread
saw
lead
it.
Now by 3 rounds for X10.
Yeah, this is the perfect timing for a timeout. I think
The
X10,
flash out
they've
garage,
gotta
yeah, the
stop
flash out
this
garage was too
momentum.
much.
Shopify
For
gets
sure.
so dangerous
Nice time
in
for a
these moments,
timeout.
right? I mean,
I
we've
think they
been
could have
seeing
done it
it
round
all
before,
week
but
long. No matter
they had
what
they
the
had a plan
scoreline
set
is
already.
at the
So
halftime, something happens for the
sometimes
squad going
sometimes when
into
I wanted to
second. I mean,
pause, but I would hear
they
that the
just
players
they
would
get
call
this
like a
new
strat that
second
was
wind, and all of a sudden they just look like
good, as
completely
long as it's like
different
an idea.
players than
Sometimes
that
I
of
would
the
delay my
burst.
pause as well. So
And even when we're looking
maybe that's
at
what happened
trying to
here.
digest a little bit how
Big buy
X10's
round for
been
them.
playing that defense.
So I
Aggression
definitely think it's the
towards
right time.
A long when they're using that Sky with the Neon and the KO. If not,
Basically,
lots of
either of
pushes
those
down forward.
Shafty is
What does
fine.
Shopify
Like
really
the
do from there?
like
Realizing that pressure,
flash and run
they
away
always
is
run
good
into
to
an open
delay a bit of
C-side
time, so
split
you
if
can
they
get in,
wanted
or you can
to.
just
So
run
how do you
away.
change
Like
this around now
as
with
long
this
as you
timeout
don't
from X10?
reface again, then you're fine.
Like I said,
Dude,
I
this
think
camera.
BBTZ needs a little bit more
What's
help
going
towards
on?
that A. There was just too much information and too much pressure, even though it was just one boom bot, right?
fair.
So need somebody to hold
Hey,
Chambers'
back to
hand in the
back to
beginning
back
of the round, break the
back to
utility
back
so that
cams in
Chambers
30
can just be
minutes.
a little bit more loose and keep the attackers guessing, right? You don't
Yeah.
know how many defenders are left there. Is it 2? Is it 3? Or is it just Baby TZ alone? So that's something Shopify are going to be finding out, and for X10, it's on them to keep them guessing.
I like that call because sometimes when you're looking at like that default meta where with this composition from Shopify Rebellion, instead of a breach, you have a haunt. Sometimes you want to throw a haunt into sewers so that you could get that that information towards the A side. So you need a second player on defense to break that haunt so the chamber could get the.
It's funny that I called it
the
out, dude. I
positioning,
don't
which is very
like
similar against this
if
boom
you
bot.
play with
But for
if you
this
play with
round,
shoes off, like
X10
it's relatively normal.
looking to play aggro once again. We
I
talked
don't
about
want to
those
know.
three players
Like
towards
I
A
don't.
long. It happens.
If it's an
The
overview
difference
and I
is
see it,
that
sure.
push
I
down
don't want
towards long
close-ups.
C, where we're about to have a
Like
head-to-head
that feels
between
weird.
Baby TZ
Feels
and
intrusive.
Benita.
Oh, she saw
Oi, no
Easy kill.
way the gun barrel
Oh,
showed that. That is
boy,
so
easy
unlucky for
peasy,
Benita. They
baby
push
TZ.
outside A and she turns
That was
around.
close.
That's
I love it.
so
Also
unlucky.
following up, and it's collapsing all in front
Wow.
of X10's eyes.
Always losing
Damn,
control
okay,
of
well,
Garage from the
they
aggression.
dealt with it well.
Again,
Every time this happens, they have a pretty
just
much
not getting
instant
enough
reaction though as
Garage
well.
grass control and Shopify
X10
Rebellion
need to
realizing the
relax
pushes
on
from
the pressure
extremities.
maybe a
Let's
little
just go
bit.
down the middle, and now it's an open A site where they're going to plant.
If anything, they're playing a bit like Paper
Baby
Rex,
TZ
right?
left just kind of scratching her head,
First,
wondering what the
first
heck
20
just
seconds, they're
happened.
doing something aggro every
Seems
single
like there were
round.
duels all across the board. And aggression, Shopify, I like that. Right after the timeout, you know, you think both squads are like, okay, look, we're trying hard now.
Yeah.
We got our try-hard pants. We're going to take every round as thorough as possible. But Shopify say, nah, we're getting in your face. Screw the high percentages. We're just dueling.
Yeah. And KP, the hype player for the team for Shopify Rebellion. Benita with the experience. Trailing behind 9-3 is really nothing for a team like Shopify, and experience of the coach of Rob Wiz. You'll be able to have that pep talk of, okay, we've got one round, let's take it one run at a time, and they've done these comebacks before. And for X10 now, Baby TZ, the silver lining is being able to save this Vandal also allows for them to maybe work around that and the Tour de Force that she has this round here.
Yeah, I think she used it in the last,
Oh,
unfortunately.
yeah, you're right, you're
so
right. I forgot about
she's
that.
just got the Vandal. She does have a little bit extra cash, so this is another tough decision if you're X10, right? You don't want to give away one more round to close
Okay.
that gap, but looks like X10
Dude,
have
that
decided
lead
to go
is
Okay.
with a half
slipping.
buy. A little quasi-buy, and that's fair, right? You want to be able to get that
Shop have a
operator in
lot
Baby
of,
TZ's hands, and if you look at those credits, that's
Dude, they're
exactly
going
what they're
aggro again.
planning for
Yep.
in round 22.
We talked about grass control. This time it's a hit from the team, but
Oh,
all
the
in
little
towards the
head.
grass. Yeah, nobody spots it. Muffin's damaged, and we're doing a lot of pressure from X10. Flash to initiate, but the smoke also does not allow to get any players flash. We fight back towards grass. We're falling down for X10 though, and
Holy hell,
finally
nice
BBTZ,
shots.
that hero rifle comes
Whoa.
out, and then a close range with the Sheriff on the
The
head.
spike
of
is in
Glory.
spawn.
But the spike, it's stuck in spawn, forcing out the Rolling Thunder. It's a 2v2. It doesn't hit anybody. And Benita's on that flank all the way from grass.
Oh
no,
my
no more
goodness.
bullets left. And now it's a 1 versus 1. KP is running away.
She knows Baby TZ is hot on her heels. She's gonna try to make it fast to spawn. She's got the fault line coming right up, and Baby TZ, she's playing it safe. She doesn't realize that she's already in the site. Oh, what a hectic start.
Playing with
Now
DRX
it's just
and
come
Loud
down
was
to a
always the most
1v1.
difficult to learn a lot. Yeah,
KP has
it's just
no idea.
different.
Oh, she saw her.
Playing
Now
against
here, let's see what happens with KP. Still looking towards. Oh,
Holy
what a
hell,
pick
that
by
was
KP.
crazy close.
Looking back towards Long C.
Yeah,
The
playing against
reaction
DRX
time
and
to
just
get the
Vision Strikers when they're
headshot
called
onto
Vision Strikers
BBTZ.
it was good
stays
for us
around
to
for
learn a lot
Shopify
as well.
Rebellion 'cause that could have
It's a
been
very
a dangerous change in momentum for X10.
It could
okay.
have been disaster.
Their playstyle was
Absolute
very easy to
disaster.
play against.
X10
You just don't
are
give them
just
any map
thriving
control,
in these moments,
but
and
they have got a lot better at
thankfully,
countering
Sandra was
that.
able to
So it
drop
looked a
that
little
big
bit
shot
harder
down,
at
buy it
champs.
just a little bit more time,
But I
bring
still
a little
think
bit
the
of splash
teams.
damage, but my goodness,
I still think that
X10
kind of like what FNS is saying there, like
hot
you do
on
have to change your
Shopify's heels here.
style of play
Healthy
against
buy,
like
that operator
DRX.
finally on the table here for Baby TZ, and they're going back to what was kind of
Oh,
working long.
this should work so well if they
aggression.
swing commit.
A little
No
bit of
one
a trade-off
committed
of flash
properly.
relay bolts.
That's
Great utility from both
crazy.
ends. It's a chess
That's
match,
so
and
crazy
we
that
come
Muffin
out with a
is
draw.
allowed to live here.
Baby TZ all alone here on the A site. Benita inching forward. Oh, this duel.
So close.
It's such an off angle as well.
Might not be expected, and now she gets into the range of her TP. BBTZ is weighing down right now.
I'm gonna curse. Baby's been having
On
a
the other
good
end, though,
game.
here comes the Cosmic Divide, and it's actually the Flasher that dies, and the Spike. Committed to a second kill, doesn't work out. BBTZ
Didn't want
gets
to TP
punished
after
by
the first
Firefall,
kill.
and it gives a chance for SR to plant.
Kinda
This
did enough.
Astral Wall you spoke of should allow that plant to go through. 3 versus 3. And 2 flashes on the back of Ginny. They're going to
Knife
go
goes
fast.
in.
Muffin, she wants to go. That suck is
It's
huge.
2.
And Saunders at the graffiti. Cosmic Divide coming out from X10 as well. Big flash, that's a cue to push out. Trade off, but in favor of Shopify.
Wow.
They
Okay,
keep
nice
it
from Shop in the
alive.
end.
Time to
I
make their wish
do
of who's
think
gonna win, 'cause
I
they're
would have
tied up
preferred
11
Baby
to
to.
11.
Man,
She kind of went for the
and it's
round
so
winning
tricky
play,
when you're the
right? She got the
Asher. Do
kill,
you
and
use
then if
that
she
suck
TP'd out,
to
it would have
be
been
able to delay that
4v3.
retake, or do you use it to
But she
take
kind of
the
went for the
enemy off the
round
spike,
winning
right? Benita
play.
already in the site
They broke a
decides to
TP?
use it to buy a
Really? I
little
thought
bit
the
more
TP was
time.
up, but
It comes
maybe
right in the nick of
you're
time.
right.
Muffin, that's exactly where she thrives.
Oh, you are right,
Again,
okay.
Baby TZ
No, but she had
finding
the
this
first kill.
opening in that
She got the first
off
kill
angle
right, and the
is so
TP was
huge
still
for
up.
X10.
The wise words of Terry.
So, like,
Time he's doing
I
these
do think
parties.
first kill there, you get
Gotta
into a
keep it in our hands.
4v3, you can still TP there.
Now we got a game on our hands.
Especially when your TP's
True.
round the corner, and you know
With
most
that
likely they are going to
X10,
be
they
killing this.
Still are relentless. Another 3-player push out towards C. But a 4 Spy coming in. We got Bulldogs. We got a Vandal. And this pressure that they
Okay,
had
chat,
before towards
11-11.
worked out, but the Seekers is going to give a lot of info.
Looking
Same
like,
thing, countering
dude,
out towards
Shop's
this, A
reactional
side,
stuff is
who are
really
now
good. Chambers
filtering
in a
Shop
bit of.
Rebellion towards the C side. The difference, 2
Chambers in a
players
row.
playing inside Garage for X10.
Oh, this is rough.
Firefall
Yeah, you
going
get a
right
kill
into
here.
a
Fair
trap,
play.
but
You've
she
done
still
great.
gets away with 1. At least Baby TZ is able to trade, but Shopify, they're in the C site, and this quick flank, oh. But thankfully
If
for
Sonda
Shopify,
gets a
they're bringing the
kill,
squad.
she gets ult.
Half blind. 2 players. KP
Two
with
person.
a
We got any
counter flash
breachy
if
to
needed for
help?
the top C.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Oh, no,
Bulldog
Laurie's
bites
normally been
onto
so
both
good with the
Benita
aim.
and Laurie.
A little bit off.
KP trying to just slow down that clock.
The person in
Well,
garage
this
is gonna
re-push
own
coming
this.
out from BBTZ towards Garage.
No
She's
way.
moving up right now,
Person in
looking to
garage
get
had
that
bad
pick on the
timing.
KP. The flash a little bit too late.
Aya.
Gets the kill full blinded.
Sandra has to 1v3.
Sandra now stuck at logs by herself.
Damn, okay.
Satchel to
X10
come
managed
out,
to get
but
1,
the
so
retake
it's
comes
taken them a
in,
while, but
and
they managed to get to
X10
12.
Are now at that point. I love the
That-
Aya. I love the Aya.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked and I'm gasping for air. That's gonna burn. That's gonna hurt if you're Shopify. That was a 4v4 post. They had the utility to be able to stop them at bay, but X10 are so damn fearless. All of these retakes and the rounds that they've won, again, just not letting go of W, and they fully believe in each other. They swing for
Good
each other,
round.
and they trade each other, and it results in a round win on the board.
And that's one thing that the community, also the APAC fans, are giving a lot of credit into X10's play style.
Timeout?
If it's not for the
Yeah.
slow play to try to play
One
into the
chance
minds
to
of
make sure
your
they can get to
opponents,
overtime,
at
so
least the
good time for
fundamentals of
timeout.
the being able to trade with your teammates. You don't always have to use that utility to get the perfect flash.
I think
to
anyone
go
will bring
for the
out
swing
Harbor.
for the kill. Just
I'm telling
play
you,
your
we
numbers.
will see a
And you
Harbor
see
in
that.
Sao
Once
Paulo.
it's the first contact, there's already 2 players behind her ready for
But
the
I'm
breach.
gonna be
We love to see it. Power in numbers, and
disappointed
you
in the
always
team
feel
that
good. Even
loses.
if you don't get any
to it.
frags and you see that you set up your teammate a
Yep.
little nice little alley-oop, you say, hey, were they blind? Yep.
Yeah, if you want to drink the
Nice
Red
little
Bulls, you can
assist.
drink them.
Things of that nature, but man, I don't even, it feels like Shopify in this timeout, there's just got to be so much to discuss.
Oh yeah.
So many, I mean, and it's tricky. Do you try to fix your mistakes with only 1 round left, or do you just pull out that one curveball strat that you've been saving.
No way you
for
fly
this
all the way
exact
to Brazil
moment
to
on
use
Halo.
Harbor.
We'll
Chat,
see. I mean,
a
they've
team's
got the
gonna do it.
ultimates
I
to
know
work
they are.
with, the showstopper up
I
online,
can just
KP
just
with that
feel it.
Breach ultimate.
But
This
I
is for
massively
everything.
agree with you.
Exactly, and it almost looks like they want to fight towards the A aggression coming out from X10. Got the Boombot already lined up to look down towards the sewers. Here comes that flash to come out, but that Rolling Thunder could be huge here, and that could punish this push coming out from X10.
A lot of utility
If I was
being
still on Team
traded
Liquid,
back
I would
and
use it.
forth. KP.
I'm so down for using new
Nice.
agents.
Oh, the paint
This
shell
agent is
over
so
the
trash, I
wall.
wouldn't
That is
touch
so
it.
nice, and now the showstopper to come out too.
Holy hell, that's crazy.
Muffin is down, and Ginny is gonna have to try to hold the site by herself. Moving down towards the sewers where Flowerful is about to go head-to-head against her. Meanwhile, though, being pinched, BBTZ to support from behind gets the kill.
Oh,
with
they're
the
getting
Dota
out onto
Faucet,
site?
moving forward with
Uh-oh.
her teammate. It's a 4 versus 2.
Oh, yeah, nice
It's not
shot.
connected to the last
KP
one.
saves them.
And Paulie will have to try
Okay, we're
to
going
clutch.
overtime.
Spike yet to be planted. But we still get the kill for KP. We fight back, and we're going into overtime.
What a huge frag coming out from Flowerful down in that short A. I tell you what, if Baby TZ got that frag, that was 100%
All teams are
game
try.
on
Yeah,
for
that's kind of
X10
why.
to
And
convert
first,
retake and close
and
this
first
one out.
tournament
So
of the year. If
pivotal
you the
frag
thing
coming
where
out here for
the
Flowerful,
thing
like,
is,
man,
there's a
this
lot
A
of
main
time
contention right
to
now. I
practice
love
with the
this
Harbor,
look for
and the
Saunders.
Harbor
Yeah.
will take.
In
If you want to make it
conjunction
look
with that
half
with
decent,
KP
it will take a
bot
lot
line
of time.
towards that
So
A,
there's
that
at least
paint
that.
shell over the wall. I
It
did
might
not
be
see
good
that
for
coming
one.
at all.
It might be good
And
for
to
one.
look at the counter utility that was
for
coming out
one
of
win.
Lee's from X10 to try to survive that was
If teams
a
don't think
beautiful
about how
neon
to play
wall
against
that
it.
came up so that they could actually try to get away as much as they could. But I feel that
The
was
actual 9-3
in
cusp
the
potential.
mishap.
We go
People
over
don't
to
understand
overtime.
that KP
Shop
did
now
have
on
that rolling thunder ready
defense.
that they could fight
Can
back
they
with,
hold
so
down C?
maybe
Look
that
at
could be the
this.
jitters of the
3-person.
elimination
They're
matchup. But all
learning.
that doesn't matter anymore.
Flash over
We
towards
are
here, looking
into
like we're
this
going to have a
overtime.
fast C
We
split, and this is
have
the
started
first
things
time
off
I've
here,
seen
and
Shop with a
X10 are
decent
back
setup
on the
other than
attack.
that
And they're
eco
back
to stop
what
this.
was working. This is looking
Dog
like
goes
that
in, knife
pistol
goes
once
in,
again.
nades
Saunder,
perfect.
She's bit. Oh, but thankfully
Nice.
Benita
They shut it down.
following up with
They
that
shut it
utility
down.
to
So
help
now we might have to have
Saunder
mid-rounding,
out.
or
Have
are they
that
going to double
stopping power,
pump?
But X10, they're not slowing down.
That's a grab need to stop things off before, but the re-hit
Oh,
comes in,
jeez.
running through the wall. 2 kills from Saunder. It's Saundering time as Muffin answers
No
back
way,
though.
really?
From the grave. Paint
From
shell
the
kills
grave.
onto BBTZ. Player advantage coming out here for Shopify.
That spike is down in a peculiar spot. Well, not too peculiar. Muffin's able to
If
just
Muffin can get a
quickly
kill on
snag
30
that one.
HP, then maybe. But they have
Interesting.
Breach Stun. Breach Stun and
Time for
Flash, it
Spawn
should
to
be
fall
fine
in
for the
immediately out.
retake.
Low HP is going to be Muffin, and yeah, these trades are coming out.
Nice,
and the
good
swings
good
are
switch
perfect.
up from Shop. This is the first
Shopify
time that they
Rebellion
learned from the first half.
in the lead when
They did learn from the
struggling
first
on
half.
the
They
defense
actually
for
had
so
a
long
shutdown in
that
terms
first
of C. That's
Yeah,
what
and
that's
it's all
been
thanks
working
to
the whole time for
Saunder. It's
X10.
all thanks
And
to
they actually
Saunder.
changed
I
it
mean,
up, so
even
this was
from the
nice from
grave,
Shop.
Getting one more frag with that paint shell was everything. But
And they had
more
a
so than
pretty
that,
good plan with it as
Shopify,
well.
They fought this time around, all half long on their defense. They didn't put up that sort of defense on C site, not once. So this time, finally,
Dude,
it's paying
Sonder,
off.
I saw all of Sonder's damage there on the right. She did so much in that round.
What answer can we have now for X10?
Why not mid-rounding?
The tides
Yeah,
have
I think
turned.
once they
We
got
thought it was gonna be X10 getting
originally,
this map in the bag
once
with
they
how confident
originally,
they looked here on this
so
first
personally
half,
for
but
me,
on this defense,
and this might be a little bit
the
lack of
continuous
experience there,
pushes
but when
that
they saw
currently
the
have is
dog,
not panning
when they
out,
saw, I think it was
seems
a
like
dog
this
and a
time it's
flash,
gonna
or
be a
maybe it was
change.
Yeah.
no, sorry, maybe it was
I
a
think that's a good
dog and then
response
a nade. I
coming
can
out.
remember. It was either a dog or a flash.
Does look
But when
like
they saw
Muffin
that,
wants to
that's
really
two
press
agents
down
that
this
normally
long
don't
C.
play
When you see
C,
a Sky
using
and a
util
Neon
over towards
together,
garage.
that's
You
usually
instantly
what
got
that
shut down
means.
garage. I
Trip
think you
in
have
front
to
B,
mid
so
rounds after that.
X10
But
should
they
have
decided to just kind of
a
force
good
it a little bit.
idea of a B hit if it comes.
Uh-oh, give me Benita.
Labeled actually did punish onto Benita. Can they get this kill onto?
No
Oh, that's
way,
huge!
that's
Nice pick from
insane that
on the
Benita gets
top
both of
the
them.
boxes.
That's crazy.
And that just opens up the B side. Thankfully, though, silver lining, Paulie answers back. That's also no stars on the post plan for the attack.
And again, Saunder in such a power position.
Dude, she's done
always pushes
so
forward.
well. I wish we kind of
This
saw the
crossfire
POV that
should
stuck
be
on
so
her there.
deadly for X10.
And it works out. Gravity Well then comes out. Satchel not allowing Ginny to push
Dude,
out.
nice
It goes
comeback
away on
from
hand
Shaw.
throw. Saunders
Oh,
will blind.
no.
Ginny does get the kill onto Lori. It's a 2 versus 1. Make that even 1. Somehow,
Oh,
it's
did I
back
discuss this?
to a doable situation for X10. Forced now to pick up onto the defuse. It's now at halfway. Off the spike. Gets the
No
kill.
way.
Ginny gets the
Dude, look how
clutch.
calm she
And
is.
we're going into a
She's
second
so calm
OT.
for all of that. It's like she didn't even react.
That is incredible. Ginny just
Okay,
somehow
I'll accept that one as a
slipping
cast.
past that timing between Ginny and Sonder.
That was a nice clutch,
The fact
though.
that Lori accidentally blinded Sonder and she's able to slip past into that A-Link. I mean, this crossfire, you should have never been able to survive if you're Ginny here. 2 players, Sonder
That
in
shot was
spawn,
nice as well.
Another in A-Link. That I'm not sure.
Dude, look,
what just-
she doesn't
what
even
we just
react.
watched. I don't know how Shopify were able to lose that one, but X10, that's incredible.
I think it came down to heroic
That was
plays,
calm.
right?
Okay,
Those
so they
pushes
bring
that
it
we
back,
had, the
and now
anti-sniper
this is
quality,
interesting. Now
KP
real
knew
mind
that she
games
was
happen
flanking
because
back or rotating back towards the
X10
ceiling.
know that they
Losers
shut
that fight.
down their C.
And
They
now
know that
in
they're
those
onto them. They know that C isn't going to work that
it's the
as
heroic
easy as it
plays
was in
that
the
really
first half.
shines
Let's say
and
that.
helps the team move
So
forward.
now they kind of have to do a little bit more pressure.
Push things
So now they're
around.
creating a
X10
question mark
back
here and
onto
here,
the
and
attack.
now they're hitting C. So this is good. They're
Shopify
hoping that
Rebellion
they
can
hold
win
at
this
least
round.
2
Stacked so
people
many players towards
over
each side
towards
expecting.
A. As they can see, they've actually got 3 people here, so they've really owned it.
Really
And
like
they're
the
going
C
so
split.
fast. Okay, what can
And
Breach do?
it's on, game on.
KP has to go kind of huge.
They've already got garage control.
But Benita's in the smoke. This could be very dangerous right now, right after.
Wait,
Really
nice stun.
KP.
Huge stun.
Benita made it inside the cubby. Oh, we're pinching in. She gets the first kill, but it's going to get a pinch towards the
This
back.
is really good from
And
X10.
the last 3 players of Shopify Rebellion are at the spawn. Powerful and Lori fighting back, though. A 2 versus 2, a flash to blind.
Wow.
A 2
Should be
versus
fine,
1, and
10
Lori
HP.
solo on HP at 10.
Lori 1v2,
Nothing
10
left in terms
HP.
of utility. Can't even heal herself.
Good way of playing
Perfect
this.
position now.
Swing comes in. That was always going to be
But it gets
secured.
answered back.
Really
A
nice from
nice back
X10.
and
I like
forth
this a
coming out
lot.
from
Right,
X10.
creating question mark here
And
and
the
here.
tides have turned
Have
once
more
again.
people over towards push more people over towards A. At least 2. They got lucky there was 3. And then go back into their own game plan. It's still using the same game plan where C is weak, but this time they added a little bit of a default in over towards A to actually make sure that the pressure over towards A in terms of them potentially hitting the site was there. So good calling from X10. Everyone's learning, chat, in this game in terms of the teams. It's good. Like you can see the thought process from all the teams. It's pretty cool.
And most of the time, it's working. And if it's not working,
KP's
it's creating
crazy
so
for
much
playing
pressure
backside.
onto Shopify
Dude,
that they're
she
having
just
to
got
adjust and
unlucky
maybe not
that
stick
the
to
stun
their own
hit,
game plan
if
and
I'm
just
honest.
react in those moments. So a lot
That
of
stun
pressure
doesn't hit,
coming out
then
here
it's
for
pretty much
X10.
an even 1-on-1.
Well, now the pressure is going to be even heavier now for Shopify Rebellion as they're behind by 1 round in this second overtime.
That's the kind of stuff you talk about in that's the kind of stuff you talk about in when I used to coach Liquid. I would always show the enemies hits, and then I would give people positions that I thought are really good, like where they can't stand and where they can stand. So, like obviously, if I was doing this, you would say that when they go through garage, they always stun here, so you can't stand here. Like you would say that you can't stand in any of this, you can't go into your own smoke, but all of this area is pretty free, and flat as well. But it depends on different teams. So a lot of that can be prepped, but again, sometimes if you haven't seen, sometimes if there's not enough footage, then you can only do so much. Right. X10 have another chance to close this out. Stun, smoke, question mark created over towards long. Question mark gets cleared because of the knife. So I don't think the knife hit anyone. So they know that no one pushed out, and they push C. So they're kind of forcing them into this. The KO needs to rotate into A.
X10 has all of this information. Battle towards the spawn. Benita cuts that on the first
Dude,
kill,
Benita
but it gets
wins some of the
immediately traded out by
craziest duels.
Alyssa.
She always gets
More
overwhelmed and she
pinch
always
coming
gets
in,
one.
And Shopify Rebellion deciding to push back and try to fight back against
This
that
is
single
good
player.
pressure, so showing
Huge
presence
for Alyssa to
behind
get
and then
away with her
instantly
life
leaving
here.
it. So
almost
when they
seemed
go
like
out here, they
X10
have to
were
go
just
slow or
corralling
use
Shopify.
util.
They wanted
Dude, this is
Shopify to
very
commit
nice.
into that A site.
Dude, I'm impressed.
Thankfully,
The Sky
Alyssa's
has
able to
the Sky's
get
pretty
one and
smart.
fall back, and
Alyssa's pretty
it's just gonna
smart. She
keep
does some
Shopify left wondering who's flanking,
she does
how
some
many
smart
are flanking.
plays.
So they
I'm
decide
not
to
sure
get into
about
the A
this
site.
though.
Both satchels already used a flash and a fault line, so everything's on cooldown for both
I'm not sure about the
initiators.
triple push
And
afterwards,
BBTZ
but
lands
we'll
a
see.
beautiful
Maybe it'll
shot
pay off.
onto Sonder.
Because the
Another
pressure's
player
still
down
done
for
behind. I
Shopify
thought it would have
Rebellion.
been smarter to
Adds a
go so many
disadvantage
people
now
through
falls
spawn,
upon them.
especially as they don't have a
This
smoker, but
triple flank coming out is gonna be so deadly.
we'll see.
The line of sight here for Flowerful, she's able to just tuck
Nice
so
flashes.
many flashes.
But a 1v1 towards Sewers. Luri at least makes it 2 players now flanking, and she wants to hold that W. And now we're fighting towards the cubby of the A-Long. Flowerful continues her job, and unfortunately it doesn't work out. A triple flank that comes down to a null. Back to Baby TZ on 2
Miss
versus 1.
Spotface, thank you for the Prime.
The tap
4
off
months
of
in the
this
Slug
weapon
Club.
gets heard. Does not get that
And SB as well. SB, new member of the Slug Club. Thank you so much. Welcome in chat. 2 subs. Let's put some slugs in as we go to another overtime.
You know,
Do you know what,
tough,
chat?
right?
I think X10 kind of messed up a little bit. They create the pressure behind with one person, and that would have been enough. Then they would have thought that the retake was going to be 3-1. Then the chamber would have got a kill, and they would have been constant pressure with behind, but no one actually there, and they could have overwhelmed from the site. Instead, maybe it was a bit of lack of comms from this guy actually saying that I've sold the pressure from behind here, and they actually decided to 3-person push behind, but the pressure was already there, so that's why they were prepped pretty heavy with it. So I actually think that was a bit of a mistake from X10. I think they could have won this if potentially the comms were a bit better. Either way, the plan wasn't right for the situation. Nice shot though.
It had a different change of pace. It just had that neon go into the cubby.
Precious Cargo, 3 months in the Slug Club. Thank you for using Prime on me as well. I appreciate you. Chat, thanks so much for using Primes. Yeah, I mean, this is interesting. No pressure behind though. Trip is open, so a little bit of an advantage going to X10 for this one. Good util though. Damn. Nice util. Holy hell. Very good TP away, but damn, Sonder, nice util. That was really good. Really nice retake in the end from Shop here. That was great.
Love to see it when Razes use that satchel for that exact moment, right around the corner and just
yeah, Sonder's used every bit of util. That was incredible. It's a good retake. It was a nice Astra Sec underwards heaven as well. Good stun.
Oh yeah.
Like all the retake util was really good here.
Man, decisive. Both. I think the last 3 round bans in this OT have looked identical.
Look how good this is.
Right?
Everything was great.
Then getting pushed around to C, and
she played that so well.
Pushing long C and corralling them into that A hit. So we'll see what this one looks like, but it's looking pretty similar once
Holy
again.
hell, this is fast. Okay, so she's kind of feeling it. She double satchels over towards short. They're pushing here. Do they know about her satcheling short? No, she's won this game, right? Oh no, they do know. That's how they dealt with it.
And Alyssa and Muffin fall. They get
Dude,
punished
she did
for
great.
that. Jenny's stuck in the corner. Elisa gets traded out. It's a 3 versus 2.
Nice trade. I don't think they've seen the Astra yet, so they kind of have to group and go a little. Okay, no, they're checking angles, yeah, so they haven't seen the Astra yet.
Shopify, I think they heard that sound cue. They're just beelining it back.
Dude, Sonder in overtime.
And I like this adjustment coming up for Baby TZ. Instead of just
she's had a great event so far.
They're retaking in the C-Link.
This is so hard.
If Sonder gets a kill, it's an ult.
Exactly.
Nice after pawn setup.
And look at that utility that's still around. Polly gets the first kill as they're going with the fundamentals once again. Flashes all around from both initiators. This looks really
nice. Okay. Damn, Shop 9-3 down, managed to take it back. It was a really good defense half from them. Good mind games as well coming in from the